Well, hello! Today I'm going to be assembling a LoveSac Sactional. It's this word right here on that box. I'm not making it up, I promise. So, several weeks ago, I don't even remember what day it was, but it was in August, wasn't it, that we bought the LoveSac? So we actually bought it from the LoveSac store. I know I kind of talked about it in a vlog, and several of you mentioned that you can actually buy LoveSac Sactionals at Costco, which is great if you have a Costco membership and if you want to buy what they sell at Costco, because they don't sell everything at Costco. And neither of those things applied to us. So we ended up buying our LoveSac from the LoveSac store, which actually turned out being a great process, like a purchase process, because the guys at the store were really, really nice, very informative. There were a couple of guys that, like, I want to say we built a relationship with, and so they were very helpful. And then, you know, as the process kind of went on, I'll talk about it before we actually get started into the assembly. But today I'm going to be talking about the purchase, the delivery, the accessories, how I'm preparing to assemble this couch, and the story of our covers, which is like a whole thing. And then we're going to actually assemble this couch. And at the end, once we've got it put together, we will give you our first impressions. And then maybe in like 6 months or a year, we'll do an update about how we feel about this couch, because it is like a major purchase. We found some other like reasonably helpful videos on YouTube. So if this video is not what you're looking for, I will link a couple more videos in the description box of this video that we found helpful when we were making the decision about what to do, you know, for our living room furniture, and then like assembly help also. So let's start with the purchase. So I actually knew about the LoveSac before we bought it. I've been hearing about it, seeing like commercials for it. I feel like the first time I saw a commercial for it was like 5 or like maybe not 10 years ago, but like it felt like a long time ago. So I've been kind of keeping track with it. Like, that would be so cool if one day I had the money to upgrade this couch that we used to have here, and, you know, upgrade it to a LoveSac, because we hated the couch we had here, but we just never had the money and the gumption at the same time to replace this couch. And then suddenly we painted the living room, we got a brand new TV, and now we've got both the gumption and the money to upgrade, and everything just kind of fell into place for us this time. So that's why we did it. We did not want to buy online. You can. I would encourage you to buy from the store for several reasons. Like I said, we kind of built a really good relationship with the guys in the store. They helped us design the couch of our dreams. And what's really cool about it is if we want to reconfigure it later, the LoveSac allows for that. So we bought this monstrosity of a couch, and now, like, if it's too big once we get it put together, we can give ourselves like a ottoman, or like we can rearrange, and we've got a lot of pieces to work with. So even if we just want to rearrange it for like a board game night one night, it's easy enough to do that. So I really like the idea of the LoveSac, but I wanted to sit on it in person in the store before we bought it, just because it's a cool idea. You can move all the pieces around, but if it's not comfortable, there's really no point in buying the couch if you're never going to sit on it thinking, this is the comfiest couch I've ever bought, because it is an expensive couch. So we went to the store, we gave it a try like one weekend, and we actually liked it. So we had them build us out like a quote. They sent us home with a piece of paper, and they also emailed us, but we didn't make a decision that day. That's important. They do run 30% discounts in their store and online all the time. So there's like a Labor Day sale happening right now when I'm filming this, because today, actually when I'm filming this, is Labor Day, which is why I get to take the day to put the couch together. When we bought this early in August, they were also running a 30% off sale. And I had actually been tracking the price of a LoveSac since last Black Friday, and the best sale I saw was 30% off. They also told us in the store that they have what they call a Heroes discount. So if you or anyone you know, even like not even very closely know, basically they call it the Everyone discount, because you can get an additional 5% off if you are nurse, doctor, teacher, EMS, military, etc. Some sort of hero, right? So they call it the Everyone discount because it's so easy to get this discount. So here's my tip. I've got this written down because it's important. So you go into the store and you have them build your couch, right? You know, not like with physical pieces. They do have really cool like block sets that you can play with. You can actually buy those too, which is cool. But they will build out your couch. They'll give you like an artist's rendering of it, and then you can have your quote. And that quote is good for like a certain period of time. But we went in one weekend, we got our quote. The next Friday, I think, we got an email from LoveSac basically telling us, hey, we're sorry you couldn't make a decision today or last Friday or last week, whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna offer you an additional 5%. So the 30% off discount that we saw in the store changed to 35% off, and then we were able to stack the additional 5% of the Heroes discount on top of that, turning it into like a total of, I think it was 38.5%. So you don't get 30 plus 5%, so it's not like a total of 35%, it's 30% off the price. And then you get an additional 5% off that price. So it comes out, for us, it came out to 38.5% off because we had the 35% off because we walked away, and then we had the additional 5% off because of the Heroes discount. So it was still expensive, but it was much less expensive than it would have been if we'd paid full price. So I guess what it all boils down to is don't ever, ever, ever pay full price for LoveSac. Just don't do it because they're always running sales. Okay, so let's talk delivery really quick. When we were in the store and we bought it, they told us that they were at the end of their like quarter. So they were trying to clear out their warehouse. They also told us that they were getting ready to like increase the prices of everything. So the MSRP was gonna increase. They didn't know by how much in the store. So they, couldn't tell us exact numbers, and I don't really particularly care how much it's gonna increase the price, but we were just about ready to make a purchase. So we ended up purchasing the sofa, the Sactional, before the prices increased. But they did tell us that because of the end of the quarter thing and because of the price increases, they wanted to clear out all of their inventory out of the warehouse really fast. So they told us when we bought on a Sunday, they told us that we could expect our stuff by the end of the following week. We actually received it that Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we received our stuff. Actually, all but one thing. This box back here is just an extra back pillow because we've got an L-shaped configuration, so we need an extra back pillow because the back pillows actually they come packed in the box with the seat. So that one came from a separate warehouse, so that one came on Saturday. Everything else came off of one big FedEx truck, and that FedEx driver was magnificent. We did help him a lot moving the stuff off the truck and like bringing it in the house. We got rid of the couch that was here where I'm sitting, and we just brought the boxes in and let them sit here because we knew we were going to take today, Labor Day, to put the couch together, and we didn't actually have time when the boxes arrived to put it together. But everything just kind of aligned perfectly. We had the space to put all these boxes, and now we've got the time to put it together, so I think it's going to be perfect. But we did give our FedEx guy a little tip and a little treat because he moved so many boxes, and some of them are pretty heavy. If you live in like a condo or an apartment complex, I think while the heavy boxes can be daunting, if you've got like a cart or like a dolly or something to move these boxes, personally, I can see how the LoveSac would be like an exceptional option for an apartment because they're smaller boxes. You're not reenacting the pivot scene from Friends with a big couch that you can't break apart, but you can actually grow your couch as you grow your living space. Or, if you decide you want just like one extra piece, it's very customizable. You can also buy different covers. The covers are washable. So personally, I can see how this would be kind of annoying, getting all these different boxes in an apartment or condo, but I would prefer this to one big heavy couch you've got to turn around a staircase or maybe like shove on an elevator. This to me would be my preference. Let's talk accessories, because one of the cool things about LoveSac is that they have all kinds of accessories that you can purchase to kind of add to the modularity of this couch. So they've got cup holders that they sell. They have little like tray table things that fit over the seat. We did not buy any of those accessories. We did buy 2 of their any tables that they were selling in our store. They were floor models that they were retiring. So when we made our purchase of this enormous couch, they were like, we also have these any tables, and then, you know, they were marked down because they were floor models. So I think that they were 50% off the regular price. We got 2 of them because we've got a huge room. I can tell you, I used one yesterday as like a work table in the living room. I was sitting in like a reclining chair, and it was perfect because I've got lots of space to spread out. But I can also see how, since we've got 2 of them, we could put them together, not long ways, but like side by side, and make like maybe a board game table, because I think we could have board game night in here. We could rearrange the couch. The ideas are flowing. I'm excited. So since we bought those from the store, they were not delivered to the house. We had to go to the store and pick them up, but the guy that was in the store that sold them to us helped us get them to the car, so that was very nice. All right, we're getting there. Preparations for assembly. So this morning, I got up really early this morning and I took Mom to the airport because she is going to Vegas for a continuing medical education conference. So she has to go to get these credits so she can retain her license as a physician. So she goes to these conferences somewhat frequently, but it kind of aligns perfectly because I don't want her to injure herself while we're putting this sectional together. So she is out of town. So I got up early this morning and I kind of moved some furniture around in the living room. The recliners that we still had in here, couch is gone, that we used to have, but the recliners that we had in here, I've kind of moved out of the way, and then all of the boxes that were stacked up where I'm sitting, I have now laid out in the way that we are going to have the couch when it is complete. So everything is now in the place where it is going to go, and because to me it was just very overwhelming to have 9 different sides and 8 different seats just kind of stacked together and crammed in the corner. I quite frankly didn't know what was going to go where, but now I have a much better feeling about how this is going to go. Still a little overwhelming, but we're going to be okay. I don't think we need any tools other than like a knife or maybe a chainsaw. I'm kidding, but like we're going to need a tool to get into the boxes. But other than that, I don't know that we're gonna need any tools. We're gonna need a lot of time to put this thing together. But we do have the whole day because today is Labor Day. It is currently 9:05 a.m. So I think we're gonna get started here pretty quick, but I wanna finish talking to you guys first. But I think, of course, the more pieces you have to put together, the longer it's gonna take for you to put your couch together. But speaking of putting it together, let's talk covers, because we have a story about our covers. We've got a cover story. And I want to tell that because we are not actually going to be putting covers on this couch today. So we've got these boxes here. Actually, there's one more box that you guys are sitting on, and then there's another box over there, and that's what our covers came in. We know that because I've opened a couple of them, and we did order the amethyst corded velvet covers for this couch. Almost immediately after we ordered our couch, LoveSac came out with a green corded velvet. And if you know anything about me, my sister, and our house, we have green accents basically everywhere. And so Emma was very against the purple, the amethyst, and I love it, but Emma hates it. So we did take advantage of their 60-day exchange window. So they have like a guarantee window, and if you are within the 60 days, you can return your couch completely or exchange parts of it. So we called the store and we said, hey, can we exchange our covers, the purple ones, for the green ones? Because the green ones are in the quick ship category, and so were the amethyst ones. The green ones are so new that they are currently back ordered. I think they're probably still like in production. So we actually won't receive those for probably 8 to 10 weeks. So we're looking at the end of October, maybe even November to get those. But instead of putting the purple ones on, taking those off, and then putting the green ones on, we're just gonna have a naked couch for a little while. We've got plenty of blankets and extra sheets in this house that we can just like basically DIY slip cover the couch with in the interim. So we will have kind of an ugly naked couch for a little while. We do have the option, like since we do have these, we could put these on the couch and like have a purple couch for a little while. But it honestly sounds like a lot of work to put all the covers on when we know we're not going to keep them. They're already wrapped up in boxes. All we have to do is like slap on the FedEx return labels and take them to FedEx to send them back. Anyway, no covers. We have them, but Emma doesn't like them, and that's fine. I'm excited about the green ones. I really am. And it's brand new, so I think it's really cool. I keep saying we. I want to talk about who the we is today because we have a little cast of characters that are going to be putting this couch together. So obviously me, my name is Auburn. If you're new here, welcome. We have Anthony, who is my boyfriend, and we have Thomas, who is our roommate who lives here. Thomas and I have this keen affection for assembling furniture. For me, it's like a giant jigsaw puzzle, and I just love having something at the end that I'm like, ooh, I put this together and it's functional. Legos are cool, but you don't really do anything with them when you're done. But putting furniture together makes me so happy, and I think when I retire, I'm just gonna like sell my services on Craigslist or Thumbtack or whatever as a furniture assembler because it makes me so happy to assemble furniture. So I'm looking forward to this today. My sister Emma may or may not appear to help us today. I know she's going to school, so she's got homework. I also have homework, but I'm avoiding mine. We also may just have too many cooks in the kitchen at some point, so if she doesn't help, it's not a bad thing, but we've got lots of pieces to put together today. So for our assembly, let me tell you a little bit about the pieces we bought, and while I'm doing that, I will show you our setup. So this is what it's kind of going to look like when we're done. So let me flip the camera around and give you a little pre-assembly living room tour. So here is our overview of what the couch is going to look like. Yes, it is going to be gigantic, and I am so excited. So we live in this gigantic house, and we could fit like 4 people in our living room. And now we can fit 12 people easily. Anyway, let's start over here. So this is the narrow configuration, the wider seat configuration of the seat. So if you don't know, the seats can be turned 90 degrees. So if you turn this one 90 degrees, it becomes the deep seat configuration. Anyway, the first seat we have is a recliner, okay? I feel like these are new. I have not seen the assembly of the reclining seat on YouTube, so we're going to be trying to show you how we do that today. But this is like the reclining mechanism, and that is the reclining seat with the seat cushion and the back pillow and everything. Then we have a regular side and a regular side, and if you see kind of how the boxes are together back there, that's how they're going to work to like make the complete couch. I will say, when I was kind of laying them out like this, it took me a minute, and I'm a little ashamed to admit that, but it took me a minute to figure out how all of the sides kind of went, because I was like, there is something wrong here, but I figured it out. It's fine. So, storage seat, recliner seat, storage seat in the corner, storage seat here, reclining seat, storage seat, reclining seat. The storage seats are slightly more expensive than the regular seat. However, I do kind of feel like with a couch like this, especially since it's so modular and we have the opportunity to buy more covers, if we do end up deciding we want to buy a second set of covers, we want to have a place to put them. And if we do end up having like more feet or something, not more feet, more shoes, or also more feet, we want to have a place to put them. And to me, it makes sense to put them in the couch itself. So there you go. Also, if we have extra storage space, we have a ton of blankets. We could put dog toys in there. Like, we've just got a lot of options. So why would we not buy a storage seat? Also, the recliners are really cool. I will demo this when we get them put together. But when you recline most furniture, like, you need clearance behind it. So like, we wouldn't be able to have it right up against this wall. With the LoveSac, we are able to have these recliners right up against the wall because they don't need any reclining clearance, which I think is the coolest thing. So I won't say that was the deciding factor, but it was kind of a deciding factor for us when we made this decision. All right, anyway, we have 4 reclining seats, 4 storage seats. We have, I think, 9 sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sides. My apologies. So 8 seats and 11 sides. I think 3 of them are deep. 1, 2, 3 deep sides here, and the rest of them are the normal sides. So each corner is going to kind of look like this corner, where they kind of overlap to kind of make a nice shape in the corner. Oh, and these are the any tables. Speaking of anyway, let me show you our any tables. These are really cool. They're identical. So they have like the little sliding door here on this side. There's another one over here. There are little brackets for shelves there, but also the lid pops off. Let me show you this, hold on. So the whole lid comes off. We have a little drawer that comes out, or it slides around in there. And then we've got like a shelf on the inside on this side that we could move up if we needed to. So we've got lots of space, lots of things. Let me show you the inside. There you go. And then of course, both of these tables look identical. And the top is not so heavy that you can't just like pick it up and move it. I will say I think if we paid full price for these, they would be a little overpriced. But since we got them as store models, they're not all that bad. Still kind of pricey, but I think they're gonna work just fine for us. So let me show you what it'll look like when we put them side by side. But do you see how perfect that could be for a board game night? And we could just kind of like move the chairs around if we need to. We could tuck this up in the corner and like pull a seat around. I feel like it's gonna be great. So I'm very excited about this. I am, for the purposes of like our assembly today, I'm gonna move these out of the way, but I just wanted to kind of show you what our living room is gonna look like. Let me back up back here. So here's what it looks like with all of the boxes laid out like a couch. I'm excited for it to actually look like a couch. And then these recliners, we're gonna do something with one of them, but 2 of them are probably gonna come and sit here because that's where we had them before. We also have nice ambiance today because it is raining today. So I think that might be enough of me talking for now. I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up so we can start assembling our Sactional. When we get to the like reclining seat, I will actually show you the demo, but I think most of this is going to be sped up footage because most of it's pretty easy. But if we have something that we get stuck on, or if we have any tips that we discover as we are assembling this couch, of course we'll stop and we will show you or share with you our tips. So it's 10:30 and I started at like 9.
We started at like 9:20, 9:30. It's been like an hour.
Yeah. So I've done all the sides up to there. So that's 1, 2, 3. And I'm about to do the last one and I'll show you how I'm doing that. They've done, well, I want to show at least one.
Oh no, I'm chuckling because I've done all the sides and Thomas and I have done 1 to 2.
We've done 2 seats. Okay, so they've done...
One of them we just opened the box and it was done.
They've done 1 reclining seat, which did take some time, and then 1 storage seat.
We only have 1 injury.
He smushed his finger. We've got a couple of shoes over here, extra sides over there, but we're going to have them show you how the reclining seat works and the storage seat works when we get there, but they need a little more practice before they show you how they do it.
All in all, it's not that bad so far. It's taking us a little time to learn it, but I thought it was going to be worse watching the guy in store. Like it was going to be harder.
Yeah, when he demoed it for us, it did sound like it was going to be complicated,
Yeah,
but
when
it
you
just
put
kind
the
of slid.
recliner in, it looked so much easier than he showed us.
Yeah. But I think part of it is we haven't done the seat covers for any of this.
True.
And
That's saving us.
We are going to have to take the whole thing apart, put the seat covers on.
Yeah. So that is saving us quite a bit of time. I do want to show the plug for the reclining seat before we cover it up. It's a big old brick. So I don't know what exactly we're going to do with these, but for now it at least plugs into the floor outlet. But we may end up getting like a power strip or something to put under the couch. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But they're breaking for coffee. They're making another pot of coffee because they need it so desperately. And I don't know that we could do this without Emma because Emma is keeping us organized. We've got her breaking down cardboard. She's keeping us organized with trash. And then all the extra cardboard boxes are going out here.
Yeah, Emma, if you weren't here doing cardboard, we would be flooded with cardboard. The whole floor would be cardboard right now.
We wouldn't be able to move around because of all the
It
cardboard.
would take a lot more time.
There's a lot of
We
waste.
have to break down boxes.
Yeah, there's a lot of waste. So it's nice to have somebody who's willing and able to break down the boxes. Because we are, I won't say we're halfway there yet because we're not, but we're getting there slowly. So with the sides, I opened just like one side of the box. And the first thing I do is take out this. This is one of the shoes, which turns out to look like one of these over here. So I'll set that aside for now and pull the side out of the box. Oops. All right, and then inside the side, we have what they call the secret ingredients. So inside this box, which is kind of annoying to open, we have the clamp, we have the feet, and then we have the little felt pads that go on the bottom of the shoe. So the shoe has 2 sides. This one even says, let me, right here. So this side says face up on it right there. Maybe you can see that. So this is the side that the legs or the feet of the sofa are going to go into. So the very smooth side is the side that's going to go on the floor. This is the side where the felt pads should go. They gave you 9, so I'll show you the pattern I do. I use all of them. I'm actually not putting any on the feet because I feel like if the feet go in the shoe, it's kind of like wearing shoes on a human person. You don't need extra pads on your feet if you're wearing shoes. So this is the pattern I've been going with for the shoes. We'll set that aside for now because we don't have the seats ready. And then the feet, they do come with these little rubber caps that I've just been throwing away, but they just kind of screw right in here, like that. So no tools required so far. Have you guys needed tools? Awesome.
Actually, that's crazy.
It is crazy. For a couch like this, no tools?
It's pretty awesome.
Usually, you get bare minimum, they give you an orange and some bolts.
Yeah, no hardware, no tools. All right. So that's our last side, ready to go. Of course, we're not doing covers, so we will eventually do covers, but not right now because we don't have the color we want. They're working on a reclining seat. We've got almost this whole side of the couch done, but I'm working on the very last storage seat because I've done the other 3 storage seats. Actually, I've done 2 of the storage seats, they did 1.
Sorry.
So,
Go
no, that's
again.
okay. So I'm opening the box, and I want to show you this because I haven't shown this yet, but on the box itself are the instructions and what's included in it. So they actually tell you to open the box from both ends and then like shove it through. I've not been doing that. I've been opening one side, flipping it over so this side's on the bottom, and then opening the other side and lifting the box off, which works just fine. So
Oh, also, and a cam.
all right. So then,
There's still stuff underneath.
And ooh, what a fancy little knife you've got, Auburn.
thank you. I got it in Alaska. It's reindeer antler. It was made by a native Alaskan. Always use knife safety skills.
Cut away from you, not towards you.
All right. So we've got lots of cardboard.
There is a lot of waste. We've said that before, but there is a lot. And this is another present for Emma. Actually, Auburn's already done the hard part for me.
All right. So then we take the plastic bag off. You could use a knife. You can use brute force. And let me flip it around to show you the exciting part. So this is the bottom of the storage seat. You can see we've got a couple of holes like grommets here. There's one here and one on the other side. And then here's the top. So we actually have these like straps.
Like ratchet straps.
Yeah, I think like tie down straps for your truck. They're actually not bad quality, but they are girded down really tight because this is the top of the seat. And then wedged in here really tight, which is not so fun to get out, is the seat cushion.
Also, we have a naked couch right now because we are planning on replacing the covers because they came out with a much prettier color. So, right now it's just going to be naked.
Also, we have the seat back cushion.
So you get both the seat cushion and the seat back
Yep.
stuffed in there.
And then the secret ingredients, which comes with your feet, which go in the shoe, and the clamp to hold the side, and then the felt pads.
For as much waste as there is, we are generally being really careful to contain it. We're working on our next cardboard pile.
So here's the shoe, which I showed with the side. Here's our felt pads. We've got our clamp and our feet. And these feet just kind of screw right in to the bottom. And I'll put the felt pads on the bottom of the shoe.
The greatest thing about this so far is that we really haven't had to use a whole bunch of tools. I don't think we've had to use any tools except
A knife?
when we were trying to open up the floor plug.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with the couch.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the couch and everything to do with the construction of the house. But the couch itself is great.
So far,
So far,
I'm in love with it.
Emma's really happy too. The pets, I think, are upset because there's a lot of movement and a lot of strange things and strange smells, but they'll get over it.
Right.
So you have a shoe, which is what those are called, in every corner of every piece.
Yeah. So we know it's gonna have to go that way.
Do you move that shoe? No, because it has a back that goes there too.
Yeah. So the one thing I'm thinking of now is the corner. If we put this in here, there's nothing to hold this to this other than a clamp, which is probably fine. But if we move this out, I just don't think we can put this in a shoe.
We will have one.
We'll have to clamp it together.
We'll have a shoe for it, but we can just put that sort of tucked under the.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think we can put all 3 of these in the same shoe.
Oh, no.
Because-
I
okay.
didn't think we would be able to do that either.
Can you help me with this?
Yeah.
All right. So we got the shoe situation figured out.
Yep.
Now,
So we have this board, which is very, very sturdy. A very tall, heavy looking dude
I think he
at
said
the store. I think
the-
he said, did he weigh 350 pounds?
he said he weighed 350, and he said the weight limit for one of these is like 600.
Yeah, so you can stand on this.
And he did a little bouncy bounce. We're not gonna do that, but
Yeah.
very encouraging.
Yeah. And then we have seat cushion and seat back. And of course, we still need to do all the clamps, but we'll figure those out.
Honestly, I don't think that we fuss with the clamps until we get the new covers. And then when we take
No,
the...
we've got to hold the clamps in so that it will hold together. I don't think the shoes are
It has to be
enough.
fully deconstructed, so let's pull a clamp out.
Yeah. So we'll,
As
yeah.
He's the only one that's put a clamp.
We're
in.
just not gonna jam them on because the ones on the backs really need some pressure. So if we make sure the little things are out of the way, the straps, and then we don't jam it, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna need it to be fully secured to not drift.
Yeah.
Interrupting the Sactional.
Drift the Sactional down the street. We're gonna do a recliner seat. We're gonna show you how we did it, I guess, and walk you through. It does come in 2 boxes, so we got the actual seat part and then the recliner part.
Yeah. So far they've done 1, 2, 3 reclining seats, and they are slightly different because of the configuration of the seat, either deep seat or like the narrow.
Narrow
wider.
or deep, yeah.
Yeah.
It can have 2 configurations. They pre-configured them, thankfully, so that we can do what we wanted initially. If we want to change it later, we can rotate them around and move the parts.
Right.
But for now, we don't have to do that. So this is going to be a thin, shallow, yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to open up this box and get to the seat part.
So this one, the box says reclining seat, and this box over here says reclining seat mechanism set. And you do need both of them.
I figured.
Start slicing.
And they're really heavy.
Yeah, but thankfully that one rolls, and we can get most of the stuff out of this box. And
The box doesn't roll. The thing on the inside of this box
Sorry.
rolls.
Yes. That rolls if you have a
Dolly.
dolly. I was going to say a timble, but that's not.
What the hell's that?
No. The box also comes with instructions on it.
You have to repeat it, yeah.
So we've got seat, a cushion,
Secret
back.
ingredients.
Everybody's favorite snack packs.
That's silly, Bill. Don't eat that.
Don't eat them. The actual seat cushion.
Alright, so you're gonna wanna come close so we can explain how we've been doing this. So to make it easier on ourselves, if you look at the back, so the front is gonna have these little indents. The back, this close one, on this side, is the most stationary pole. These felt like they weren't. Yeah. So we take this one, and we take our hands under one of these, and we just lift this whole thing out.
Because it's one metal piece with a little bit at the bottom, which we might have to pull this box out of this corner because I can't like actually I might be able to squeeze in here.
There you go.
Or we can just leave that. Go ahead. I'm losing it. Thank you.
I do what I can.
And then we can just put this down here and lift it back. We can put the feet on.
Oh, you're right.
So here's the main piece. We can pull this out. So this is the top. This goes on top of, before we put the seat on. Go over
So we leave it up like that so we can put on the feet.
Gotta go to the secret ingredients.
They have little caps.
And they screw right in. We're gonna rotate this back down. Let me get that.
Corner standing in it.
Now we're gonna have to line these two sections up because we're doing them separately. So this is the fun part.
Yeah, this is gonna be a really fun corner.
There it is. So the reclining seats come with a clamp and a screw. All the other ones did not have the screw.
The screw goes in the front, not on top.
Yeah, so most of the clamps look like this, and they have the solid sides.
Yeah, you do.
But for the reclining seats, they have the holes in the sides. So there's the difference.
Thankfully, they're all interchangeable. As long as you have the parts, you're fine. You'll figure it out.
And the reclining seat cushion states specifically that it is for the reclining seat.
Deep.
It's the same size and everything. I think the fill might be different, or it might just, it might be the same.
Are you trying to get your toy under the couch already? I blocked it with my foot, thankfully. She's trying to get it underneath the couch. A new place to hide her toys.
Well, yeah.
It's a big place too.
A big couch to hide all of her mice.
So this is gonna go like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not going to be able to go straight under this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Will that work with the reclining part? Or do we have to move it the other way?
This isn't reclining.
What are you talking about?
You have to wheel the recliner seat in. Is it going to wheel in?
Oh, I see what you're
I
saying.
think we have to put it the other, like push that.
Yeah, and do like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're a genius.
If you can't tell, we used to run a business together, and this is exactly how we fix things.
The way, after doing 3 of these boxes, that we found the easiest way to get it out is if you look at this side, the other sides don't look that, not with the words and whatnot. So this needs to be upside down. And then the insides come out right side up.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, flip it.
we'll flip it up so I can cut, and then we'll drop it down this way so we can roll it out.
Sorry. I'm
And
trying
then
to
if
trip
you want
the
a
box.
video from this side maybe, so they can see us roll it out. So what I've done, I put my foot on the sturdy part of the box, and I pull with him, and I wish you
And
did the same.
I don't brace the box. But it's better if you do.
Absolutely.
Alright. Back piece.
Yeah, everything that comes in this box is important, including these
snacks.
black pieces of foam.
Yep.
And then these pieces here. Secret ingredients.
So this is
Oh, that's
the
the
power
power.
plug
Yep.
and remote.
We're gonna set the plug first.
Yeah, we might as well actually show you how we're doing that. So the setup is the same on this side as it is on that side. We've got a storage seat in between. So the big like power brick is large, and the couch is not quite tall enough to like have enough space for that under the couch. So we've got a power strip that plugs into the wall behind the couch, and it's snaked into the storage seat. So then this is the power cord for this recliner, and so this power cord will go through here and underneath and plug into that reclining seat.
And we're also using power strips with the flat and 90-degree plug,
Yeah.
so the cord won't be pinned.
Right, so
This was a 2-pack at Sam's Club. Couldn't have been more than 25 bucks. So pretty inexpensive for something that works really well. And you get a bunch of extra plugs in case you want to route phone.
Phone cables,
Chargers
laptop
and-
chargers, yeah, whatever.
So we start with the box in here because the box wouldn't fit through the hole. Route the tiny little plug because it will. And we're doing the back for this since the plug for the recliners is in the back. So we'll start it. And then we are going to lift this to make it easier on ourselves.
There you go.
Ta-da!
And then place this back.
It's not always that easy to get it in the shoes.
No, that was
But
great.
this has
really
been lined up, which is nice.
So now we unwrap this.
And this is the reclining mechanism.
You can pull this out. So this is on wheels.
This is heavy. This is the heaviest part of the couch, by far.
They specifically told us don't lift it out, roll it out of the box. So that's why we've been doing that.
So I'm gonna stop here to plug it in.
Yeah, and then we should test it.
If you want to show them, I don't know if it matters, but the plug is on the left side, and the cord goes down. That's the way the plug fits in, and it's in.
Now, I'm gonna plug that brick in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So we're doing these have a space, so we're gonna do the big bricks that would impede use of the others on the far side, where there's space. So the front one. This is for us, but the front one's going to be left, and the back one's going to be right.
Okay.
And now, we're gonna test it if Thomas doesn't want to stand in the way.
Oh, we should get the shoe things too.
I got it. Over here. Sorry, I let go of the button on accident.
Thought it was done.
I did. So it
now
goes
we're
out like
fully
that.
reclined. And so this piece here, the footrest, is exactly how it would be on a deep configuration of the chair. So if you're going to configure it as like a wider, shallower
Shallow.
seat, they give you these expansion things.
Which go
Hand me one.
right on this side.
Do this side so the camera can see.
I didn't do it on the other seat, so I didn't see what you did, but there's like a...
You look underneath
There's
and
a
you'll see.
slot, and they just kind of fit right in.
Yep, you just want to slide it right in.
It's tight.
Yep. Like that.
Ta-da!
And then there'll be two of the foam things that have these slots. So for the deep configuration, when you're not using these, they slot in right here, and they sit
In the chair.
in the
Yeah, inside of this. So we'll show you where we put the foam inside the chair.
Because these are spacers to fill in the space between the side of this and this thing. Mm-hmm. But on the deep ones, there's not enough space to put them there, so they go in the back. Mm-hmm. But you still keep them.
Yep.
And a double as storage,
Yeah.
so they're pretty useful.
Keep the foam pieces, even though they look like they're not important, they are.
They really do kind of look like just packing foam, but no, they're usage.
Yeah.
They're for usage.
They're very efficient with everything they include being something that's useful in some way.
Yeah. And
Whoops.
That's the back rest piece.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
All right, and then so these little rollers are gonna sit on the inside. Or yeah, no, these sit on the outside. I think. We'll find out. It's not straight right now.
But once it's lined up, it pretty easily fits in.
Am I running over the cable? I am. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so they'll sit on the inside. Am I crazy? No. There it goes. This corner's just a little weird.
It's a little off center right now, so you don't have the back piece on. So it's not lined up totally perfectly.
Yeah. So that's goes in like that.
Yep.
And then for the shallow, you need one with the slot and the other without.
And you want them to go on the far
This
end.
is for clearance on these little clips. Do you want to show the clip? The blue clip? Mm-hmm. And then they just slide right in.
Okay, after a little bit of shoe troubleshooting. Ha, get it? Troubleshooting. Ha ha. I'm so punny.
I don't want to throw it.
What on? About to. Sorry if I'm in the way for the camera.
That's okay. But we're putting the last side in now. Now we have to do this piece, which goes on top of the reclining piece.
So for shallow, which is what we're working with, there is, I guess the clamp doesn't go on, but for deep, these two clamps down here, and this little release and secure latch would go forward. For this, you just line up the latch to this. That's what it lines up to. Not quite.
And it clicks in.
And it doesn't come up until you do that.
Yep.
Yeah, because those hooks won't latch onto anything back there.
Nice.
And finally, the seat.
The seat
Seat back.
topper, seat back,
support.
seat mover.
So these two just go in the two down there.
Ta-da!
And now I put the seats on.
Woo!
Wow. So the couch is built essentially.
That's not the reclining seat.
So this is gonna go over here.
Yep.
This is
This one.
not the reclining seat. So it's gonna go over here. That is the reclining seat.
Yeah, there's no tag on this.
It is right there.
Oh.
But it's gonna have to go this way. Is that lined up right?
Mm-hmm.
Back. Back.
Back. It blends in so well with this.
This one? Or are you this one? No.
It
It's this
doesn't
one.
really matter.
It's this one. Ta-da!
You were so confident.
I was really confident it was that one.
Excited, girlfriend.
We've done it.
Yeah, we've got a brand new couch.
There's no covers on it.
And
But-
a big old naked couch.
But it's somewhere to sit.
Yeah, we're gonna have a movie night later. So it is 1:37 and we have completed the couch to the best of our ability. We still don't have the covers because it's the same day. We finished the couch, what was it, an hour ago? And then we took all the cardboard out. So we've been done for a little while. It was actually gone to the store, but I want to show you just like a little demo of the recliner because I talked about the zero clearance reclining, which I think is really cool. So Anthony is going to show you how it works because he is currently reclined. So
ready for a nap.
yeah, well, I think we're gonna get in the pool this afternoon, but you guys don't need to see that in this video. I want to show you how the recliner works, and we'll give you kind of our first impressions and thoughts, and we'll wrap this up. So let's demo the recliner really quick. All right, so Anthony is currently reclined
Yep.
fully,
I'm all the way back. It's really comfy.
and you can see the back of the couch is like even, well, it's about as even as it's gonna be for right now,
Yeah.
but like essentially,
This thing has not moved. The back of
yeah,
the couch.
essentially, this back is stationary. So, can you put your feet down and show us how it works? It is a remote controlled.
It goes like this.
Ta-da!
So the piece that we put on right at the very end when we were putting it together that goes on the back of the seat
Keeps the back cushion.
moves this around
Uh-huh.
so that you can be reclined like you would in one of these chairs,
Mm-hmm.
but without moving the actual back of the couch.
Yeah. So, we've got two recliners on that side, and we don't have to worry about it being like set off from the wall because of the zero clearance required for the reclining. We have kind of put the living room back together. This will probably go away, this white table, but I love these little any tables from LoveSac I've put a couple of blankets on the couch because we don't have covers, so I at least want to have something on the couch to keep it from getting like too dirty while we're waiting for covers.
Yeah.
But this is going to be so awesome. We've also put these chairs here, and we've got one more end table over there that can go right here. So I'm really happy. I actually really like this.
Me too.
You like it so far?
I'm loving it so
Think
far.
it's comfy?
Yeah.
I think so
It's really
too.
soft.
Yeah, I like the fill that we got. We did get the standard fill, so we didn't upgrade to the LoveSoft fill. We just have the standard. We did the straight sides. I think we've got 11 sides and 8 seats for storage and 4 reclining seats.
Yeah.
Well, it's now the next day, so it's morning, and I wanted to give you final thoughts on the couch, at least final first impressions on this sofa. Sectional. So we set it up yesterday. Last night we kind of had like a movie night. We watched Hercules, which was wonderful. And this couch swallowed Emma, who sat over there. Anthony sat here. I kind of lounged in this area. Thomas sat over here. We all had space on the couch. None of us were crowded. Emma had her feet up. Anthony had his feet up. I think Thomas had his feet up. No, Thomas was sitting crisscross on the couch, which is kind of cool that you can do that on this couch because there's plenty of space, especially on these deep seats. So we love it so far. Of course, like the color, not what we wanted because it's naked. We have a naked couch. However, we do have covers coming. They are going to be green. We're very excited about it. The covers that we have are in those boxes over there. Also, I didn't mention this yesterday. I think because I forgot, or maybe I was just like ready to get the couch assembled. But there is like an aftermarket, like, how do I want to say this? Aftermarket accessories. There's a market for those. Like Etsy, people make accessories made specifically for the LoveSac. So one of the things we've considered getting is like taller feet, or not feet, shoes, because they do sell. There's this guy on Etsy that makes like 3D printed 5-inch tall shoes for the LoveSac, essentially. So your couch sits up a little higher off the ground, which is great if you've got long legs because this is not like the tallest couch in the world. I won't say it's short. I think the seat height is like perfect as it is right now, but if we were to make it just a little bit taller, as in if we were to get the 5-inch tall shoes, then our robot vacuum would be able to go underneath the couch, which I think would be nice. It would also be a lot easier to get the cat toys that are inevitably going to go underneath this couch. So that is something that we have like kind of considered. It's not something that I want to buy today. It's not happening, but it is kind of something. I've actually got what I think we would need in my cart, but I just don't want to pull the trigger on that just yet. So we will kind of need to take this couch apart kind of when we put the covers on, because essentially every piece has a cover. So even like the bottoms of the seats, I guess, are going to have to be like taken out and then the cover put on. But I think it's going to be fine because like the recliner seats, they're like the bottom part we don't have to take out because the cover is just on the foot part, like the footrest that comes up. So we don't have to take the whole seat out. We just have to lift the feet rest up. But the storage seats, the whole seat has to come out. But I think it'll be fine. The sides are going to be not fun. And unclipping everything is going to be not fun, but not a big deal. I do also want to give final thoughts on like the assembly. I thought it was easy. We had a team of 4. Having someone dedicated just to the purpose of like managing the cardboard and the trash was very helpful. We've got a lot of cardboard to get rid of. Yesterday was recycle day, so we started with an empty recycle bin and it's full. And then all of the boxes, like just the inside cardboard pieces, with, you know, like the secret ingredient boxes and the extra cardboard pieces, the corner protectors. All of that extra cardboard is what's filling our recycle bin. The exterior boxes that all the pieces came in are outside by the pool because we may use those for another purpose. You know, building like a castle or something. Not really, but it could happen. But as far as like being complicated, not complicated at all. Super easy and logical to put together. No tools required. The only tool we needed was a knife to get into the boxes. I would say if you are not like strong, you're gonna need some help. Find some help that is strong, but I don't think it's like an exclusive type of like you have to be a certain way or of a certain intelligence level to put this couch together, because it was really, really easy and we didn't look at the instructions. So I think they looked at the instructions for the recliner portion, but even the recliner seat was really logical to put together. It was a lot of pieces, you know, but it fit together really, really well. I also want to say putting it out like in the correct order first before we started putting the pieces together, I think that was a game changer, because at first we just kind of had all the boxes lined up on the side of the room and I thought, oh, we'll just like open them one at a time and get all the pieces, you know, assembled, and then we will put them together, you know, in the way that we want them in the room. And I had this feeling, I was like, I don't know that that's going to work, because we're going to forget what's what and what goes where, and it's just not going to make any sense to us. I'm glad we did it this way. Of course, we had the space to do it. Anyway, it all worked out. It went really well. I'm excited to put the covers on when we get them, but for now we're just going to live with like blankets on the couch. I need to pull some more quilts out so that we can like cover the whole thing, but for now, I'm really happy. So those are my final first impressions on our LoveSac. So that'll be it for today, and you guys will see us in another video really soon. Bye!